4 best ways to do a virtual showing. Hi, I'm Paul R. Atkinson, and in this video I'm going to show you 4 best ways on how to do a virtual showing. Not only that, but how to get the property sold by doing the virtual showing. Time has changed, right? Right now we have challenge. We have a challenge to be adaptful. We have to be adaptful. We have to be an entrepreneur that we are, the business person that we are. We have to now come up with systems that we need to be smart as a real estate agent in being virtual. So how do you show a property? How do you show a property and sell it virtually? In this video, I'm going to show you that. Before we get started, click on the subscribe button. Click on the subscribe button. Let's stay connected. Let's share information. In the comments of this video, send me a comment. Ask me a question. Paul, how do I do this? Connect with me. I will show you. I'll spend some time with you on how to get your business going and how to create it virtual showings. So, first thing, number 1, you want to get your virtual tour completed. You need to do that virtual tour. So you have a listing, or you have someone that has a listing. Maybe it's vacant, maybe it's not. It could be an occupied property, but you have a buyer that wants to see it, and you are offering virtual showings to your buyers. So you would go out, wear your mask and your gloves, and you would take that tour. Most of the time, the sellers will go into the back, or they'll go to the pool deck, or some other area of the house so that you can complete that virtual video. Now, you can do the virtual live, or you could make a video of that property so that you could show it to multiple buyers and you could sell that property quite easily. So let's just keep on going into this a little bit deeper. When you are doing your virtual video, you need to be mindful that you have to have steady hands. You don't need to go and get these fancy devices. You could use what you have. It's okay. Don't make any excuses. Go and do it now, today. Go and make a video of a property that you like or that a buyer would be interested in, and let's get started right now in selling this property virtually. You would take the video and you would tour the property. When you step in the door, go to the ground. Show what type of flooring. Go very close. Show the flooring. Come up, center, go up into the ceiling. Show the ceiling. Remember, this is something that you're replacing the person. So they need to see all that they could physically see with their eyes. So think about what you're seeing and show it. Show it, show it, show it. Now, when you make that video, go through and go slow. Go in an orderly fashion through the house, open the doors, show the air conditioner system, the hot water heater systems, go down deep, go up high, come all around, end up in the kitchen, and then just kind of pivot all the way around and just show 360. Or listen, if you're having issues with that, get a professional to do it, but you need to learn how to do it because you're going to be faster at this. So that's number 1, is to go and make the video. Number 2 is you need to set up the virtual showings. You want to set up the showings where you're able to get that buyer, the buyer's agent, the seller, all into one room, a virtual room. So when you set up this virtual meeting, you'll be able to bring everyone together. Now, this is when you're not going to be playing that video that you've made. This is when you're asking and partnering up with the seller to conduct this video. So you need to invite the seller to join you in the meeting and actually present the presentation of the property virtually using their device. So that's number 2, for you to set up the virtual showing with the buyer, buyer's agent, and the seller. Number 3 is for you to prepare the seller for the virtual showing. So when you're setting up this virtual showing, you want to make sure that before the buyer and the buyer's agent arrive into the meeting room, you spend at least 60 seconds, maybe 2 minutes with the seller. So tell the seller, meet you in the meeting room early. Then just remind them that make up the bed and kind of get the place ready for the presentation. And be ready and waiting at the entrance of the property. Start from the beginning. Very important. So you want to do that, and that's very important for you to do that. It's for you to make sure that the seller is ready. And not only that, but they're also reminded that there's going to be a Q&A. There's going to be a Q&A session. There's going to be a question and answers. This is an opportunity for you to ask questions, or the buyers to ask questions, the buyer's agent. When you're in this meeting room with your buyer and the seller and the listing agent, ask questions like you normally would do when you're showing the property. So as you're getting the tour from the seller, you can say, and how old is the roof? How old is the air conditioner? Are there any leaks inside? I just want to confirm, what's the association fee? All those things, right? And then invite the buyer, open up the buyer's mind also to get them to feel comfortable with this virtual showing. It's very important that they feel comfortable at the end so that they can make a decision on making an offer right away. So that was number 3. Number 4 is for you to bring the buyers into the meeting room and the buyer's side. Now, after you've prepared that seller on how to smoothly make that video and how to be ready to answer the questions that we're asking, because we want to get the property sold, right? So make them ready. You're not there to do it. You're partnering with the seller now. This is a different way. You're just partnering. So when the buyers come on into the meeting room, virtual meeting room, you're going to invite them. And you are obviously would be inviting, when they do come on, you're going to greet them. Hi, so-and-so. My name is Paul Atkinson. This is my seller, John, Sarah, whatever. And they're going to introduce themselves and say, thank you very much for doing this. And let's get started. Please feel free to just pause and stop at any time when you see something in the camera that you want to learn more about. Feel free to just let us know and ask a question. We're here. We will all be silent and we'll be listening for your questions. Is that okay? Same thing with you, the buyer's agent. You just say the same thing. Now, let's begin the tour. Well, those are the 4 best ways to do a virtual showing. And in learning and just doing, following these 4 steps, you're able to sell a property virtually in very, I don't know what to say to you. Lickety-split? No, I won't say that. You're able to sell a property virtually very easily, and not only that, but adapt to this marketplace. So finally, you know, after you've done those 4 things, the most important thing that you could do in selling the property virtually is for you to follow up. You have to follow up with the buyer right afterwards. So the best technique that I recommend is, after you've done all these 4 things and the seller is there and they provide you all of the information and all of the tour on the virtual showing, then you would just ask them to go ahead and log off. And when they log off, then you'll be with the buyer's agent and the buyer, and you just ask them, what feedback would you have for us during this virtual showing today? Ask that question. And then, you know, this is how you can really get a good feel of it now as a listing agent. You can now ask the buyer, with the buyer's agent, what are you feeling as you toured this home today? What are you feeling? What a powerful question. Let's get into the emotions of this. What are you feeling as you toured this home today? Get that feedback, and then listen for those close sections. And you know, it's not your client, it's not your buyer, but you could say, okay, thank you very much for your feedback. It sounds like you're very interested. And then you could just address the buyer's agent and say, Tom, Sarah, the way to present an offer is to click on the link inside of the MLS, or just simply prepare your electronic signature and just send it over to us, and we'll take care of it with the seller. So quite easy, you could do it. This is how you can learn the 4 best ways on how to virtually show a property. Until next time, what do I always like to say? Let's go get 'em, Tiger. See you real soon.